the power of couples, family, and community, prayers, meditations, and service. Blessed ones, a couple dedicated to a path of light, sponsored by Ascended Hosts, is representative of the Father, Mother, God of Alpha and Omega. When a couple prays, meditates, and serves together in harmony and unison, the divine masculine and feminine energies are combined to form a spiritual torsion field of light. This results in a powerful, energetic release of sacred fire from higher octaves to effect change in your dimension. When the couple are twin flames, the torsion field is magnified by the combined causal bodies of each beloved. So it was with Elizabeth and me that when we engaged in our divine service, the union of our auric fields created a sacred flow field that allowed miracle light to envelop the earth at multi-levels of awareness and multi-dimensions of being. Our twin flames allowed us to co-create a powerful dynamic, resulting in the expansion of the Summit Lighthouse and the ability to contact thousands of young devotees who were themselves called by God to engage in forming a greater community of light, to invoke even greater cosmic energies in energetic prayer sessions within the staff, at quarterly conferences, and during numerous vigils. This same opportunity is presented within the Heart Center community through your daily prayer and meditation broadcasts, which allow the same divine beings to invest their energies toward planetary enlightenment and the freedom of all souls evolving here. We aver that when families come together and dedicate themselves in holy prayer and in visualizing a new world of beauty, light, and joy, that heaven's spiritual families, such as the holy Kumaras and many others who have become immortals, overshine them to provide a great impetus for their consecrated work. In fact, in addition to the truth that families who pray together stay together, families that continue to be constant in this alchemy often ascend together and continue their work in higher octaves of light. Dearest ones, imagine with us now your partner, your family, and your community, all working as one in the various circles of loving devotion that you have chosen as your optimal spiritual path. Visualize the harmonics of glory and the transcendent spiritual feelings that you experience during these times together, as well as the benefits to your health and well-being, your happiness, and your ability to deal with all the pressures of life that you experience on planet Earth. even a half hour of dedicated time together and focused meditation and prayer, overshined by the Holy Spirit, can form a stupendous torsion field that will grow and expand daily to become a permanent beacon of light that the angels will use to bring many blessings to souls around the world. When this commitment is sustained over weeks, months, years, and even decades, the energies released are magnified by other graces and dispensations and continue to yield cosmic results for you all, even affecting wonderful and beneficial changes beyond your physical earth plane of being. The dark ones attempt to alienate family members from one another and to destroy the delicate family unit. And this has impacted all cultures on earth and compromised the plan of the divine director and his twin flame in accelerating Terra's victory. It is time, blessed ones, to focus upon your families, to re-engage with your beloveds, and to commit to a newer and more energetic form of spiritual work in order to support the implementation of certain strategies and initiatives that originate from our octave and then are maximized within yours. Those who so commit and fulfill their promises will surely be blessed beyond their wildest dreams, as they are welcomed into higher levels of spiritual initiation and know the divine joy within these ongoing tests and opportunities. Many of you long ago knew that you would be part of a greater collective effort to help restore peace and harmony around the world. And you have been, as a whole, constant in your efforts over years and decades and even lifetimes. Your work upon earth is coming to its fulfillment. And as you accelerate your work, which at times even requires developing newer and more masterful skill sets, you indeed breach the bounds of this earth, becoming more than human, yea, superhuman. Remember that with God all things are possible. And now, with divine intervention, all things that once seemed impossible are now probable and, yea, workable and doable. Remember the ancient maxim, to know, to dare, to do, and to be silent. You see, blessed hearts, the doing brings wisdom and courage into play in the physical octave, in 3 dimensions. And then after you have acted with forthrightness and joy, you may rest in the great silence of cosmic joy, knowing that your efforts will indeed bear fruit as God sees fit. Dearest hearts, continue to envision a world rid of darkness and delusion, and rich and radiant light, and glorious and golden opportunities to live in eternal freedom and love. As you know, this already exists in heaven and is now being brought forth upon earth through each of you. Do you accept this commission of cosmic consciousness and joviality, beloved heart friends? Then we, Lanello and Claire de Lis, will be with you through all of your efforts, all of your trials, all that is acted upon and acted out within your life experience. We have been there with you, many of you, in past Golden Age civilizations and mystery schools for eons of time. Now is the time to put forth your greatest effort. Now is the season to be fully resurrected in the light of your own God presence. Now is the time to feel the sublime energies of Spirit welling up within you as the Holy Spirit dons you with new garments of sacred light and bestows upon you her graces, her anointings, her sacred blessings. Now is the opportunity to present to the universe who you are as a God self-realized man or woman of Aquarius. For this is your goal, this is your commission, this is how you may maximize all that you have become to fulfill your purpose in this time, in this holy season, in this cycle of light. We now bestow upon our Chilean heart friends and all experiencing this spring equinox event in their particular nations and their cities where they live, with a grace transcendent, with a boon magnanimous, with a blessing stupendous. For Helios and Vesta and the god and goddess Meru come this morning unto each devotee, pouring out golden liquid light into their midst, washing clean their auras with this solar glory and radiance, and investing that golden frequency even within their bloodstreams, their minds, their very cells. See now your cells shining like the sun, all within you raised in vibration to a new Christic glory within the greater beingness of God's eternal presence. See yourself as a sunlight being, and know this reality daily, as we knew as Akhenaten and Nefertiti, as we knew in other cultures, and now know again through this experience in this age, transiting from Pisces to Aquarius. Yes, dearest hearts, all have the opportunity to be men and women of Aquarius, fulfilled in God's Spirit, cherished by the angels, anointed by the Holy of Holies within your midst, and sanctified by that eternal presence of the One. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here without fear to progress unto Aquarius with us. Lanello and Claire de Lis are opening my vision to see and to their retreat over Lake Titicaca, where we are already all gathered in spirit in our finer atmic bodies. And there is such a phenomenal level of spiritual radiation of the sun presence of God stepped down through many Elohimic and other beings, focused there to illumine all of South America, and then extending out with these powerful light rays to all nations. And we fly on these rays of light wherever we are called now to help others around the world, maybe in Ukraine or elsewhere, to help the downtrodden, the diseased, those who have been abused, and to free those who have been manipulated, coerced into activities that they no longer desire to be a part of. And I see thousands and thousands of young people and women especially being freed from their captives within the sex slavery industry worldwide, both in Ukraine and Thailand, in the United States of America, Mexico, and elsewhere. Thousands and thousands of angels escort individuals who have been captured and manipulated and abused, and free them in this hour by grace and by dispensation through the power of our collective prayers. Comfort angels, angels of the Holy Spirit, comfort these precious souls and help to restore them to a normal type of life after sometimes many weeks and months of healing. And this dispensation brings all back to the peaceable kingdom that exists in heaven and that is our goal for the earth. Thank you, Lanello and Claire de Lis, for this vision. We can also call to go to Lake Titicaca tonight in our finer bodies to experience this ongoing energetic release of light. Even though we've already passed through the spring equinox, its effects are being felt now as the resurrection fire is increasing and will culminate on Easter Sunday. Many of you know that I will be going to Vista, California, to Dennis Fisher's home, the Temple of Clarity, to release both Jesus, Heartstream, on Easter Sunday, as well as a Heartstream from Lady Master Meta. So those of you in Southern California, I encourage you to make your plans to be there if you can. And if anyone else would like to travel there, it should be a great, great celebration of light and a blessing to everyone who comes.